Beth, you wouldn't see him pushing trolleys in the car park, because if he was employed to push the trolleys in the car park, he would get one of his moderators to push the trolleys while he sat down in his car and watched things on his phone, because it's important that he does his research. So one of the moderators would have to leave wherever they live, move in with Alan so they can go to work for him.
Come to the armchair detective.
Oh, come to the armchair detective. Come to the armchair detective. He's on holiday, look.
How are you? My name's Alan, otherwise known as the Arm.
Do you know how I can tell that he's on holiday? Right? Obviously, it looks a bit weird. You've got the strange sound. He doesn't need to do anything different. He just logs into a call. He's not live. You know, he doesn't run the show, does he? Doesn't run the show. He's a guest on the show. He's AD, and one of the other people runs the show live, and he just joins as a guest. So he's joining a call, a video call here, from a different location. Look, he's got his headphones in. He's possibly using his phone. You know, he's got his laptop probably. He's on holiday. Yeah, 100% he's on holiday. And what you can tell from this is that when I press play, it's going to flicker. And the reason it's flickering is because the lights in different countries flicker at different rates. So Alan is outside of Europe. I mean, I kind of pretty much know where he is without this guesswork. But this confirms it for me, is that Alan is in America, because the rate that the lights flash, you have UK, Europe-wide, PAL, and then you have America. I don't know actually about the rest of the world wider, but I'm guessing he's in America. Is it? Is it America? Or it actually could be somewhere else on the Asian continent. Could be in the Asian continent. But what we're looking at here is the flashing of the lights. It's a frequency difference from the recording settings. And if you're in America, I would, because I have been, have to change my camera settings to adjust to that. So it confirms to me that he's not in a British or European country for sure. That's the lights.
You'll see me.
And the interference
And
with
hear me.
You don't see it with your eyes because lights just flash really fast, but lights do dim and flash like at a certain frequency, and that's different. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So
big ups Reguidation, please. You could get different hertz lights and fit them anywhere. I suppose you could. I think it's, I don't know if it's the lights though. I think it's the energy coming from the, like, I might be wrong in this. I might be wrong, but I think it's the actual, you're right actually. These days LEDs can flicker at different rates. You're right. I've seen it in my cameras. That's true. But my guess is that based on the fact that when I've been filming in places, it's the power supply that powers it differently. So all the lights are fucked. But I might be wrong. Yeah, I might be wrong. But like, come on. Okay. So, oh look, he's got a wristband on. What's that from? Why have you got, like, okay, detectives. What's that? That's entrance to a thing. Clubs, parties. Why would you keep it on? It's part of a all-you-can-eat inclusive. You've got your green wristband. It means you can go in and out of this and get your dinner from here. Maybe that. Yeah, he's in an all-inclusive resort, Exmouth Massive. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. That wristband gives you the ability to go to XYZ, so you keep it on for a few days. Alan's on holiday and he's just revealed it to us. So, yeah.
I'm going live a bit less because I figured...
The panicked brush of the face.
Right, so I'm going live a bit less because I figured, since I'm no longer on YouTube, maybe I shouldn't be on all the time.
Do you mean you're on holiday?
Should I? Because
he's just torn that wristband off. He's just under the table. He's torn the wristband off. He fucking panicked about it, and he pulled the wristband off. Watch. So this is another example. Like, it's like, the thing is, right? I could troll him about this, but why should I troll the man for going on holiday? Like, it's not against the rules to go on holiday. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, it's fun that we know where he is and he doesn't know that we know where he is and all that, but like, the only difference is that for Alan, with these ladies in his chat, he's been really grinding hard about how he's going to have to get a job and do X, Y, Z, and now he's on holiday. So it wouldn't be so bad if he just went on holiday and said, thanks for all your tips. Like I've been talking about it earlier in the show. Thanks for all your tippies. I really want to go on holiday. I'm looking forward to spending some of it, creating some content in an interesting new place. Alan secretly goes on holiday while begging people that he's poor and he can't even afford it and he's going to have to get a part-time job. So I'm saying that, yeah, big ups in chat. We reckon that Luke's paying for it. Alan's probably not even paying for it, but it's the concept, isn't it? It's the foolish stupidity. And again, how do we find this out? Mainly because Alan's a fucking idiot, and he might as well have the fucking Thai hooker sat next to him when he goes live, because he raised his arm and there's the wristband, and like it's either Florida or Thailand. That's where he is, and he's on a holiday there, and he's got the wristband on, and he's, hello, welcome to the lunatic asylum, Alan. We all just saw that, and you got scared about it, so you tried to hide it.
Right.
And the disgusting, how disgraceful this is that he's going to sit there in a foreign country as a guest and rant about immigrants.
So, I'm going live a bit less, because I figured, since I'm no longer on YouTube, maybe I shouldn't be on all the time. Should I? Because YouTube nearly ruined my life. And just while you're all coming in, and obviously welcome to all of you, I was shaken this week when I received a text about a YouTuber that messed up someone's life, a TikToker's life.
Received a text. So this is coming from the personal crew. It's either coming from Kaka. I received a text. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
A young man.
Or is it from family? Or is it just a lie?
Who was wrongly accused of essaying a youngster on TikTok online. And this false accusation went viral. It's totally untrue.
Well, that's what you did, Alan. You made false accusations against me. Like, you made up lies about me. Totally untrue. All the stuff about you is totally true.
Doesn't matter.
You're the liar that's trying to pretend you're not where you are.
On social media, if it's totally untrue. He ended up literally killing himself on TikTok.
Awful.
Killing himself on
That you should use his death as a lever for your own purposes.
TikTok. And his next door neighbour had to break in.
Where do we think he is in chat? Which country do we think he is? Is he on a sex holiday? Why is he doing that? Now, this is fucked up and weird, right? Why is he doing that face? Because he's only got the laptop. Like, he does that face, I thought, because he looked over at, like, when I'm doing it, look, I'm looking at the screen, at the picture of me on the screen over there in the corner of my eye, still looking at me because I'm a narcissist. But Alan's doing it because he just fucking does this shifty, fucking weird Shifty. Poker in Malta next week, you think? Well, it's this week he's on holiday, though. 10 days holiday with Luke, isn't it? Exmouth Massive thinks Thailand sex holiday. I'm only saying what, saying in chat, like, people, like, think I might have some, like, I'm not spying on Alan behind the scenes. Like, I just, like, it's delivered to me on the screen. What's he implying? I think Jojo Cretin, what he's implying is this is a veiled threat towards someone like me that would be, we can make threats about you online and ruin your life. Like, I think that's what Alan's saying. I think he's thought about the Russell Brand thing for a little bit. Well, not him, but one of the people who texts him and said that, right, what can we do about this super chuffer? Maybe he's sat there with Luke having a chat about it, what can we do about this super chuffer? And what he said this about me online, well, I can say that about him online maybe, and then, like, ruin his life, maybe watch out for incoming reasonably strange concept threats about me on TikTok or something. Like, I don't know, like, maybe he's watched Russell Brand and thought about that, or, maybe he's thinking about his own person and he's trying to make it seem like he's so threatened. But my guess is that it's a bit of both, maybe, just clutching at straws.
And give him, like, the kiss of life, CPR and all that stuff. And unfortunately, he was dead. Now, if that doesn't teach trolls that they shouldn't be making that sort of accusation to people, and nothing will. Well, I'm not going to go into that now, but it affected me mentally, and I've not had the inclination to come on live.
It's such a lie. Someone texted you about a suicide, about someone off TikTok, and that has affected you mentally, so you couldn't come on live. It's not the case that you've gone on holiday, and that's why you can't come on live, is because you're on holiday. Is it? Why would you lie to your audience like that, Alan? Why would you lie to your patrons like that? Now, I wish they could see this and just know it's obvious and true. Like, they don't have to be detectives, do they? Ask him where he is, ask him what he's doing, and see if he lies to your face. Or maybe he's not lying to them behind the scenes, and maybe he's just lying to the audience en masse because he thinks that, you know, behind the scenes they can know, but in the real world, no one can.
For a while. But I'm here now.
Is he crying?
And, I want to talk to you about other stuff tonight.
No, he's sniffing because he's got sniff up his nose.
What worries me more than worrying about myself is what's happening.
Oh, Slinky Socks, right. Malta Poker Monday. Okay, so we're saying Malta Poker. I mean, maybe I should go to Malta.
With this mass immigration, right? Does it worry you? Worries me. Let's put it this way.
He's at the Malta Poker.
In the Western world.
Well, actually, why do the lights all flash fucking weird? Maybe he's not at the Malta Poker. Maybe he's gone at the same time as the Malta Poker to make you think he's at the Malta Poker. But he quite easily could have gone to Malta. Like, that could quite easily be it. But is that far enough off the grid to be... Like, Europe usually has the same setup as we do with the lights. I thought my light spot was a good spot. Maybe I'm wrong on that. As Regardation Police says, you know, you can just get any lights and they just flash differently, but...
Don't care.
Or maybe it's just his settings on his camera, in a way.
That much.
No, like, that's a regular...
Really?
That feels
until
like... I don't know.
It happens to them. Everything's far away, right? The Middle East was far away. When they're blowing up each other in Syria and Iraq...
Far away. Don't tell us you're on holiday with your subconscious body language, but tell us you're on holiday.
And they were having race wars and civil wars, and we'd see it and we'd hear about it, but we don't want to see it. Turn it off. And most of my people talk to me, when I want to talk about it, they say, I don't want to know about that. I don't want to hear about that.
So it depends where he is, right? If he's in Malta, what's the time now? In Malta, about the same, isn't it? Something like similar. He's probably full of drink and beer. If he's in... Like, you know, where is he at this? And is he got his own hotel room that he's just sat in having a rant? Like, this is a fucking sad way to conduct yourself on holiday.
It's over there. Well, now it's over here.
I'm obviously not going to listen to all the racism.
Just the other night. But isn't it worrying when it's that many? It seems to me that we're done for. They come in as a faceless adult male. You don't think they're going to attack us? Nearly everywhere. And we won't say nothing. Refugees. Culture.
Right, yeah, so that's the show. Like, he's not going to play up for anything. He's accidentally shown us his wristband. He's done one fuck up straight off the bat, and now he's going to sit there and rant racist for an hour or so. Check the mods. Yeah, it's the same setup, isn't it? Every time the Malta Poker. Well, I should just do it here, isn't it? Malta Poker Festival. We looked, you know, I know all about it from last time that he went and he flew home. They do a package, so you buy like an all-inclusive. All-inclusive, of course. Like it's like where would I find about the package? Yo, we're back, aren't we? Yeah, we're back. Get my Firefox back. I'm wearing these fucking glasses. They're like confusing for me as well. Malta Poker. There you go. So you buy these packages for the Malta Poker Tour Festival, and they're at the 5-star Hilton. They include, like, for example, this one, You get into the ladies first thing, 2 casino drinks packages, nightclub entry, concierge service. Like, it's all at the same Hilton, the Hilton Malta. Like, if you want to go to the poker in Malta, you go and stay in the Hilton, and you buy one of these packages, and it will get you into different events and stuff like that. So, yeah, if he's gone to Malta Poker Festival, but then he's been there before, and the stream was much, much better than that. But yeah, we're saying he's gone to Malta Poker Festival then, maybe, or maybe somewhere else.
All the time. High alert all the time.
Like back when he was on YouTube, it made a bit more of a difference.
And it's not that.
These days, like, it's trying to convince those people in chat that he's at Malta Poker Festival means something. Like, why does it matter to us that he's at Malta Poker? Obviously, we know he's a dick. He's always a dick, yeah? Right? But it matters to us that we can prove that he's spending the hard-earned, hard-grifted, hard-begged money on his own stupid delights, yeah? But some of those people in his chat will say, oh, it's okay if he goes on holiday, and I like him, and he's like good that he's in Malta. And really, I don't know how the only thing that they should realise is that he's lying to them, to their faces, if he is indeed behind the scenes lying to their faces. That's the main thing they should take from it, if it's something to, like I say, in order to take Alan, like to ruin Alan, so to speak, it's about the small number of people that still glom onto him, seeing the light and walking away, which I don't think that's achievable necessarily. I think these are people that go down with the ship, that like, in the cults, they're the ones that end up like actually going through with it all. But in terms of our, trolling on YouTube, stuff like this, please say Scott's got his, yeah, I've got my Malta t-shirt, yeah, I have, yeah, I'll wear it next time we're on YouTube doing it. I'll probably just upload this to YouTube as is, but is he in Malta with this flickering? Malta. It's just telling me all about power. I want to know what Malta's like. I've got my one contact, because when he went to Malta last time, I got myself a contact. I was going to pay them to go to the festival and record him. So that person still exists. I should get in touch with them. That's not in there. I thought there might be like a website somewhere that just said all the different PAL NTSC settings for all the different countries, and it might say what Malta is like. Oh no, there you go. Okay. It should be the same as us, I think. Well, I don't know. Like, it's hard to see, isn't it? Because it's so tiny on that. Okay, is Malta PAL or NTSC? Is Malta PAL or NTSC? PAL. Right. Is England. The UK is PAL, yeah. So Malta would be the same as us. It's Europe. Yeah, I think Malta would be the same as us. America would be different. And so would is Thailand, PAL. Thailand wouldn't be different. Thailand would be the same. But that's just the video formats. Like, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not the lights that are flickering and the camera picking up. Maybe it's just some artifact with being so far away and trying to link into the call from wherever he is. He's not. Yeah, you say he's not done a tournament for a while, but he did fly out to Malta before, and we caught him. Like, Martin Dean and me both made videos about he was in Malta, and he fucking flew home. He pretended that he was in the Smiths in the airport. He jumped on a plane and flew home. That actually happened. He panicked about it. He knew that someone was going to turn up to this casino. He flew home. So I would be less likely to believe that he would want to go again, but then maybe he just feels like, fuck it. Whatever Luke's doing, Luke's paying for, I can jump in on. He looks reasonably tanned after a couple of days there. I'll say that. So it's somewhere sunny. The bracelet was green. It was a green sort of not paper, but like plasticky paper that they have for events and festivals and entries and stuff, and it screams all-inclusive deal. Like, you know, you wouldn't keep it if you'd been to a club and you'd come home. You'd probably not keep that on, like, you know, unless you're like, you know, 17 and you're keeping your wristband on from the festival. It serves a purpose in terms of Alan being able to access, and, you know, so he's kept it on because he continues to want access to whatever it was. But then he realised he was online and he thought, fuck, I better tear that off. And that's going to cause him a problem now, because now he's going to have to go to reception and get another wristband. But, you know, but they're going to the tournaments as well. I think he could go to the tournaments, and I think he could legit say to them, I'm on the internet as Alan Vinicum, the armchair detective, but I don't want my name to come up on this poker tournament because I get trolled on the internet and it's my business and this and that. So I want to go on the internet as in the tournament as a fake name, and I'm paying, and I want to be in. So, and like the poker tournament is just to get people like this to give them money. Like, obviously someone wins the tournament and they hope to attract good players, but Alan's the chicken feed for those players. They get you in on an all-inclusive package, get you happy, and then like take your money. Like, they've already took your money, but all the more poker you can play, the better. Like, Alan's there as the chicken feed, isn't he? So, you know, he's there to spend money and have his money spent. What was I saying about it? Yeah, so in that case, I think if he said, I want to enter the tournament under the name, you know, Joe Swanston or something, they'd just change it for him. And then when the payout came, they'd say, where would you want this money to be paid, Mr. Swanston? And he'd say, oh, my name's actually Alan. Can you write the check out to Alan, you know? I think that he doesn't have to go on the poker rankings. And, you know, I think if you want to opt out of the rankings but still play in the tournament, it's anyone's business. You're paying. So they might not give a fuck. They might just say, yeah, go ahead. Oh, if it's the evening now, wherever he is, then he'll be drunk, yeah. If it's the morning, no. Okay, so he has to go live when we want to expect Alan Vinicum to go, oh, he's took the headphones out.
Or if it's even possible.
Why did he took the headphones
but
out?
I do know, I want to come to the...
It's weird that he's even using headphones because he's not playing any footage.
Talking about on it.
Or maybe they're the microphone.
That there's been no bombings for a long time. There's been no bombings for a long time in this country, have there? I've got a list of the bombings, just so you can know.
The thing that's thrown me is that flickering light, which I would associate with a proper like move like America or Thailand. Does it matter so much to me exactly where he is? No. What matters is the important point is that Alan has tried to beg hard to his, like, you know, again, I don't feel like doing this, but, you know, if one of Regardation Police or Slinky Socks wanted to do this, like, just the bits of him begging, like him saying, I'm, like the other day he was like, I'm going to have to get a job, like, you know, all the begging bits, like saying that, and then slam cut into, oh, Alan's on holiday. You know, that's where the money's going. So, like, you know, it's about lies and deceit, isn't it? That's the problem here. The fact that he wants to go on holiday, I don't care. But if he'd been in a position where he hadn't been begging, then it would be like, you know, now it's a problem. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a holiday or buying a flash car or, you know, whatever he's spending the money on. It's the spending the money and begging the day before. Like,
what used to happen, okay?
The Battle of Malta, yeah. Those tournaments, that Malta tournament, it's one of his favourites. It is. I wouldn't put it past him to want to go there. And he has got a history of going there. Like, he loves going to the Battle of Malta for poker. Oh, is that? Hang on. That's not... Streamed 4 months ago, this one. I was going to say this is 4 months old, but is that Luke behind the... that looks like Luke behind... Whoever's holding up that camera in the middle, just behind them and up, it just looks a bit like Luke. I don't know if it's not, is it? But this is 4 months ago. So the thing is, Alan's not going to get to the final table, so you're not going to see him at the final table. Like, you simply won't see Alan at this level of the competition. But what they do is they take photographs from the event and they upload them to their website. And like, one of the photographers caught him looking like a man looking like Alan in the background. Like they put up these photographs on this live blog. So you might see Alan in the background. And this is where I said, like, you know, if Alan wants to go and do this and he's going to turn up at the Battle of Malta, you know, if I knew he was there for 100% fact, I don't think there's anything wrong with me going there and paying and joining the tournament. Is there? Like, why can't I be one of these people that's paid to be in the tournament like everyone else? It's not illegal. I'm not stalking him. I just want to play against him in poker. That's not him, is it? I thought that was him then. Thought we caught him then. But you see, you thought you caught him then and you hadn't, but he might be in the background of one of the photos. But he's going to be aware now. He's going to tell them, do not photograph me. So you'd have to get him in the background and he will have to be listed in one of these. You know, all the players are listed. There's another photograph with a background of some players. You know what Alan looks like, you know, can you spot him in the background somewhere? And if you can, then he's at the tournament sort of thing. That's how I felt we did a good gotcha last time. But he would avoid, you know, avoid cameras. So what I was going to do is, last time I thought, I can't be asked to fly to Malta, but have they got wristbands on? That's a good question. This guy's got a dealer wristband, I think. A yellow, bright yellow one. I was trying to look in the background at these faces and hats, but it's a bit of a chore, isn't it? That might be him up there. But yeah, so I was going to, instead of doing this, what I was going to do last time is we had an eyes on someone who looked a lot like Alan. They have got wristbands on. Look, he's got a bright green wristband. Alan's in Malta at this tournament. They've got the wristbands on. Alan is at Malta at the tournament. So do I need to pack my bags and go to Malta? Oh, I need a couple of people to go with me, really, don't I? Does the Mimp Squad want to go to Malta? That's the wristband. Alan's been busted. He's at the Battle of Malta. What a plonker. So that means that with a little bit of, I'll pop it into chat for you. Here's the chat. Here's the live blog. So with a little bit of looking, you may be able to find Alan in the background in one of these photographs, because they're all sat around the tables playing poker. So, and they report on who's done what. So if someone does well, they report on it. I can't think that Alan would have been, you know, in till the end of the... Like, if he's lucky and he gets into the end of the tournament, he has his photograph taken, he's on the fucking thing, isn't he? So how does he avoid that? I don't know. But he may have a fake name. He may not. They also have, I know that what they do is, this is the big Battle of Malta, you know, this is the big tournament, but you have to qualify for things like this. So what they do is, so that you don't have to worry about it and you can come and spend your money, they have like an over 50s tournament and an over 60s where you can just come and play anyway. And you can say you played at the Battle of Malta, but you paid your way into the over 60s tournament. Actually, there's not that many. That's day 1A photos. There's not that many that we can look through. There's usually a bit more. There's usually a few more, and I think they're very tight in on people. You know, they're trying to crop the background out. It's almost like Alan's gone there and said, listen, like, he's gone up to the photographer, because he knows that last time he got caught, and he said, don't you take my photo, and if you do, like, crop in close to those people and make sure I'm not on it and all that business. But there's another, what site am I on? Here it is. There's two other ways about this, right? So I've got a contact in Malta, and I don't know if they're going to be willing to do this right now at the drop of a hat. But last time I lined someone up who I said, you can legit go there and you can legit sign up for the tournament and you can play poker in the tournament. I don't think they like you taking photos in there, but if you hang around in the foyer and Alan Vinicum is there, just hang out in the foyer of the hotel, get yourself a drink. I'll pay for you to be in the tournament and I'll pay for you to go there. Like, and I'll pay the money, so like £200 for the day's work, so that you can take a photograph of Alan, and like just get me a photograph of Alan Vinicum at that tournament that you took, that he didn't, that, you know, you can give to me, and I can go on the internet and prove. Not, you know, video would be better. Get me video of Alan Vinicum walking around in the hotel. You know, there he is, proved, and I'd show it on the internet. You know, that would make a good episode for me. It'd be worth the 200 quid. Be a right laugh. It's not stalking him. It's journalism. He's asking for money on the internet. Literally yesterday, begging for it, and he's spending it at a poker tournament. So it's journalism. He's a legit public figure, as he says himself. All these people are the big poker players I want to know who's playing in the big poker tournament and whether Alan Vinicum is winning and what's going on. It's a sport. It's a public sporting event. So, like, you know, I want to be... It's a privately run public sporting event. So I can... Oh, yeah, begging for poker money, of course. He did it last year as well, didn't he? He did a big hard beg before the poker. Yeah, he's just gone to play poker in Malta. All right, so this gets uploaded to YouTube, and it's called Alan Vinicum is playing poker in Malta. Busted, confirmed, because that wristband proves it. It's the same colour there, that one in the right-hand side. Look, that colour's the same colour. It's just the lights are making that one a different colour. It's the same colour. So Alan forgot to pull off his wristband. He obviously didn't pull off a win, did he? He'll be in this picture. I swear he will be. You know, maybe he's sharp enough. What was he wearing? Hang on. He was wearing a Hugo Block, but he's wearing that. He's not going to have got changed if he hasn't pulled off his wristband. Agreed? So we're looking for someone in a black T-shirt. And my guess is that he's not... He could have bought a different hat, some strange glasses. My guess is he's just wearing his normal cap and glasses. He's not in that picture, is he? Now, I know that he's going to be very camera shy. Like, very camera shy at this event. So Karen says, him and Luca are attending 2 poker tournaments in Malta. Yeah. Like, well, it's like the poker weekend. They have this, they have, you buy a package ticket, and the company that runs the poker events are called, like, Malta Poker or something. Like, if you just Google poker in Malta, you know, it's the only show in town. Malta Poker. The Malta Poker Festival. So during the, what it is the Battle of Malta, then it's the Poker Festival. It's all the same company that, you know, basically you're at the same place. The Port Massau Casino, Port Massau, which is at the Hilton. Like, it's over the road from, you get a package deal and you get your tickets for everything and you go there. Summer Festival Malta. It's on the websites. Like, so the other thing I was going to say, right, is that I had I could literally call that contact and send them down there again. Yeah, that's one, you know, back when he was on YouTube, it was a lot more worth it, wasn't it? Because I was proving that he was on, like, because he was taking money for bigger amounts and off more people on YouTube. You know, now does it matter to me to prove it to his sub, who you know, to prove it to the 3 people that are in his fucking core group? But we could do that. I could go there. Or the other thing is that on Twitter, the Malta Poker, like, it's a small scene, so people that, like, are involved with, or, you know, the poker scene, those that win, look, here's somebody tweeting about it. So you'll be able to find someone that's there. I'm not saying we're stalking people. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're interested in poker and you want to get the lowdown from somebody that's actually there. Last time I found a woman who was in the female tournament. Look, this is the winner. This is the winner. Maybe you want to tweet the winner and say, is Alan Vinicum there? Like, I know it sounds weird, but, like, there's a lot of people who are there. So, like, I'm not saying, like, we should bother the winners, but, like, there's a lot of people who are there, and, like, you might be able to find someone who's willing to talk to you. Yeah, the wristband, yeah. It's definitely the wristband, yeah, 100%. And this is the full list of, like, you know, what's going on all the days. So it's not just like you go to the one poker tournament. You buy in for lots of different tournaments, like lots of different tables. And Alan will be able to, you know, buy in at these different... But if he loses his money early, he might... Like, what probably happened last time is he lost a lot of money on the first day. And we found out he was there and he thought, fuck it, I'm going home. That's what happened with him for last time. But this time, I don't know if he'll be that spooked to go home, knowing that we know that he's there. But that's the full schedule, you know, and, like, you can find out exactly which events he's going to be at, because he will probably do the like, there's things that you have to qualify for, and there's things that are more expensive and less expensive and stuff like that. So, see, I don't know what Crazy Pineapple means or MPF Texas Special, but I know that one of these is designed for... Oh, he's not going to be doing the high roller, let's say that. You know, look, MPF Last Chance, he'll be in that one. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can sort of guess where Alan's going to be based on this. But you have to pay for it. So they love it because you turn up, you're on holiday, you pay to be in it, you pay to have your money taken away from you in the tables, and then you pay to go on more tables and lose more money. And that's the Summer Poker Festival. Like if you're a proper professional poker player and you're a high roller, you might do all right out of it, but no, not Alan. He'll be in the cup for 330 euros, not in the high roller for 5,300 euros. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be at his particular position at a particular time. And my best guess on how to get, like, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if someone that was there at the tournament just said, yeah, I was seeing him, I'll take you a photo on my phone. But I don't know how many people will or what, but that's the Malta Poker Festival. And poker players that enjoy their poker are there, and that's who's there. So you can find a few of them on social media, maybe. Slinky Socks, you posted a link to a promo video. What, on here? Yeah, if you want. It looks lovely because they've just got somebody to fly a drone around and make Malta look lovely. But you don't see much of this because you're not really awake in the day because you're fucked up all night on drugs and drink and losing your money on poker. They want it to look like Monte Carlo. Alan loves that pretty girl who does the announcing. I bet they have prostitutes there, don't they? And that's the real deal. That's what it's like. You all sit in the room and Alan's there in that room somewhere losing his money. One of the caps, one of the hats, one of the black t-shirts. Yep. Not in that, well, probably in that exact room actually, because he was there last year as well, wasn't he? This is from 2 weeks ago though, so I don't know which event they've reused this footage from, but you're all in a room and you're all playing poker. And people like this have to put up with Alan's shit. And Alan's all in Vin. You know, they all know him. He's a prick. They all hate him. They've seen him around, keep him away from the kids. Some of them might have seen our content in the year since. You know, they might have seen... This guy, I know, is a reasonably notorious poker player. That's probably why they're trying to get the camera on him. Maybe he's seen the content that we've been making. Maybe they'll have some questions. And Alan will be there with his cap on like that. I understand what poker looks like. This is the women's competition maybe, because, I don't know, there's a woman. Was that Alan then? Without the filters. Do you think he might be in this video? Is that why you sent it? Because you think he might be in it as well? Like, it'd be funny, wouldn't it, if he came up? But I haven't seen him. He's going to be really camera shy, like I say. But as you can see, they do like to do a bit of photography and, you know, promotion of the event and a bit of filming. So it's possible that we could get some snaps of Vinicum while he's there. Most likely on their blog. This is what we did last time. We looked on their blog. But Alan will avoid their photographer like the plague. So, and he's not going to make it into the final rounds. He's going to go in early. He probably didn't even play poker on day one. Oh no, he had the wristband on, didn't he? So he's been playing poker today against these people. And some of those chips will belong to him. And maybe in one of these reports, like, you know, it will say, all in, Vin lost all his monies. There might be other places to find out the information from the poker games. I'm sure Martin will have his eyes on it. Martin Dean. And like it says, look, many familiar faces are in the mix, including Britt Baker, Mark Vella, Luigi Dalterio, Andre Gretsch, Harry Ollop, and Angelo Patani. So, like, I don't know who they are, but like maybe Alan does, or maybe like Alan is going by the name Luigi Dalterio today. The Siege of Malta. But he's got a list of like who's doing well, but Alan's not on that list, is he? I wonder if it has a list of. I wonder if it has a list of full. Hang on, autumn, spring. We're not. This is not. Oh, it is. It's autumn, isn't it? Autumn day 1. And I wonder if they've got a full list of the results. Not yet. But, you know, if he turns up on the list of the results, the final's not been done, the day 4 has not been done, the day 3, obviously, because it's not started yet, has it? Day 1B, no. Day 1A. It's just day 1A. Like, it kind of annoys me in a way, because, like, when I would do a competition, I would have a full list of all the participants somewhere. And, like, that's what I'd like to see. They've got a media centre. Like, do you think we should contact them through the media centre and say, we're keeping track on esteemed poker player Alan Vinicum, and we wondered how he did today? You know, have you got any media? Big ups. Could be. Could be. It's hard to see, isn't it? That's a good shout. I like that. How do I get that up on the screen? I can get that up on the screen, can't I? I can put it up on the screen. I've just got to... maybe I can do it like this. Yeah. It's a good shout, that is. Does that look like Luke? I mean, I don't really... It's not about doxing Luke, it's about doxing Alan, but if Luke's there... I mean, they are there. This is the thing, they are there. So my question would be, was Alan standing next to him, or was he watching his dad play poker? You know, or is he on a table of his own, playing poker on his own? Maybe Alan did change his t-shirt. Who's this in front of him? You've got to think Alan's going to be wearing the cap, isn't it? Who's that man in front with the cap? No, wait, that can't be Luke. He's a dealer. Or does Luke work as... No, that's a dealer. Wait, that's not Luke, because he's one of the dealers. Look, the dealers are all in that position. There's a dealer, there's a dealer, there's a dealer. And they've all got this on their shirt, this little emblem that says they're a dealer. And that guy's got the emblem on the shirt. So I don't think that is Luke. Unless Luke works as a dealer while he's there. So yeah, that's not Luke. But close. But yeah, they are going to be at this competition. Like, Alan's got his fucking wristband on.
Terrorist attacks in the UK.
Well, he had it on.
Now, of course, we did know that murder of MP Joe Cox by a Mao. The bomb was carrying. I don't know their origins. 13. They were truly fleeing war and who loathe their own cultures mentally. What they actually do to people when they make terrible accusations against people baselessly.
Oh, there we go.
Office. The whole thing's corrupt. There are too many children.
He's talking about trolls because they're in the chat as well.
In the third world is 3 times what it is in the Western world. To any brown person that can get inside of Europe.
Right, I'm going to go for a quick bathroom break. He's going to start talking about trolls, though.
I don't really want to go on about it. The Europeans give away large amounts of money in apartments.
Husky Mom has put trolls are relentless losers and need to be held accountable. It's funny because it's like the opposite, isn't it? But yeah.
Especially in, well, Belgium and Scandinavia, the worst. To any brown person that can get inside of Europe. Let's face it, there's no bigger pacifist than the Belgians and the Swedish, is there? they're liberals and they assume everybody's kind, respectful, and educated as they are. But they got their head in the sand because they can't realize that these people coming across the borders are not educated. They are hundreds of years behind you, Swedish people. Mentally and developing wise, as a culture, they're hundreds of years behind Sweden. And you can't get them to take up your culture. They consider us, the West, degenerate. They think we're infidels and like really bad people. Modern secular European nations have lost their empires. At the same time, they're losing their religion. I only see Christianity in movies now. A lost religious aid of priests are now becoming insignificant. Whereas the Muslim world, the priests are the boss.
Oosh,
Clerics are the boss.
Fucking dickhead. Did he talk about trolls yet? No.
Powder keg, isn't it? Really is a powder keg.
Idiot. Alan. Bad Alan.
Right, so I'm going to leave it there. I will be, my next show will be Patreon only. So if you can join Patreon, it'd be really nice if you do. And I'll talk to you there about a woman called Nicole Kessinger in my next show. Thanks for joining me tonight. My next show will be in Patreon, and it'll be a Nicole Kessinger. I haven't given up on that, and I never will. And I am sad about the TikToker that took his life.
I am. I'll confirm that. Just to confirm, I am sad about the TikToker that took his life. I'll just confirm that for you. It's not a lie, obviously. It's not a deliberate piece of manipulation. I am. Just to take away a point, after I've been ranting about blacks for about an hour, is that I'm also sad about this TikToker that took, so just make sure you realise that. Alan Good. I mean, good for us, we spotted he's a liar.
And I'd wonder if those trolls would ever thought what they actually do to people when they make terrible accusations against people.
Oh no, it's about him. It's about him. He's trying to say that we're lying. We're not lying. It's true what we say about you, Alan. They're not terrible accusations because they're lies. They're terrible because they're true. It's true. And we're not driving you to suicide. You're not having like this same... Like the people that have these problems on social media like that TikToker have like other bigger problems. Like it's not just that some... like it's not like you paint it as, basically. It's just not what's happening. What a horrible use of someone else's tragedy.
Uselessly. Because you could have blood on your hands. There's the person that's responsible for this young man's death. It looks like they're going to be arrested. And quite right too. To hound somebody.
Are you threatening to commit suicide?
About a sexual offence they haven't done. You can't do a worse thing to a man. And this guy just killed himself, and his father confirmed it. You can look it up. TikToker kills himself October the 9th. It took a while. I didn't believe it to start with, but now I do. When you look it up, you can see it.
Alan, you're a fucking idiot. You know Keemstar drove someone to kill themselves. I don't like Keemstar. I think he's a bit of a bad chuffer. But Keemstar, like, literally... So someone was feeling suicide, like a big YouTuber, and Keemstar did a video where he said, go kill yourself. And then they did. And Keemstar was like, well, I feel a bit bad, but like, what can you do? Like, welcome to YouTube. Like, you're not breaking news here. People feel sad and do bad things. This is not what's happening between you and me. And it's really awful to bring that up and sort of throw it around. What you're basically saying is that if Alan kills himself, it's my fault and I drove him to it because I made up a load of lies. And that's not true. The truth is, right, you're not going to do anything like that because you're a fucking self-centered narcissist. Instead, you're going to rag off other people all your life. And I've pointed it out. And, the sexual allegations. Alan, you're on Smule singing with kids. That's not an allegation. That's a fact. Yeah? It's not a mistake. You didn't do it as if they did a duet later on. You were in a private room live with a kid. They were waving at you, It's not an allegation. It's a fact. Get it right.
Just look it up for yourselves. So, before I go, what can we talk about? What do you want? You want to talk to me about something? I can talk to you if you got something to say.
So why are they paying for Patreon? Because Patreon's the bit where they get to pay to talk to you, you fucking idiot. Maybe they'll ask you about which poker tournament you're at, why you're lying to them, why you're such a horrible arsehole.
Da-da-da-da. Armchair detective. I like it. I like it here. I like it here on Rumble. I really do. I hope you're getting on well with it now, because we haven't got the trolls. We really haven't.
That's because I just figured this out. He's telling the people in the chat, he's telling those people in the chat, those 4 or 5 people, it's good here because you haven't got any trolls to deal with, to ban. What he means is, on YouTube normally, it's a much bigger platform, so new people would come into a stream any given day, and the people in the chat would see them as trolls, even though they're not. Many people would say, oh, I've been banned from Alan's chat. All I did was disagree with him, and they banned me. Oh, you were a troll to them. To them, you were a troll. Now they don't have to deal with trolls, but they don't have to deal with anyone because there's fucking no one there.
Okay, so anything you can tell me that's like a shaft of life. I'm just taking a quick look at chat. Have you got anything to say that can throw light on this? That
Interesting use of the word shaft, isn't it, Alan? After you just shafted them out of their pity money so you can go and gamble it away on poker.
You got any ideas how we can solve this problem we have? Natalie Holloway finally got justice today. Good. I don't know who Natalie Holloway is, but I'm all for justice.
He's such a cock. Is that an exotic drinks can, Alan? Is that the kind of drinks can that they have in the UK? Or is that the kind of drinks can that they have in, I don't know, Malta?
Justice today. Good. I don't know who Natalie Holloway is, but I'm all for justice.
That's not a normal UK can of Fanta, is it? That's like, you'll be able to, look, Fanta is specifically, he doesn't know any of this stuff. Like, he thinks he knows a bit about MI5, right? Fanta around the world. Fanta is actually one of the drinks that is specifically formulated very differently around the world. So there's all different flavours, and like there's Argentina flavours, there's Australia flavours, there's all these different flavours from, look, that's Fanta minis. You don't get them everywhere. Some places get their own Fantas, and you would be surprised that you would be able to find, just by looking at a Fanta sometimes, exactly what country or place, or potentially which place they're in. Malta has orange, zero orange, lemon, Amarara, bitter orange, zero lemon, blood orange. Blood orange is exotic, isn't it? And blueberries Fanta. So they do have, but they haven't got the pictures of them all. But yeah, like, okay, so I'm not going like, I'm not in MI5 and I don't need to go deep on this. We know it's exotic Fanta because we know he's in Malta. But if you wanted to, some people could. And I swear, one of these days, he's going to get done for being an online noncer because someone's going to recognise something in a picture in a lab somewhere where they're going through a hard drive. He's an idiot.
I really am.
Put that down quick. There's nothing in it. And also, it shows that you're not in the UK.
Oh, nice to have so many of you here tonight. 102 people. Amazing. I won't frighten you too much. I'm just being honest.
Project Fear, racist. We didn't even cover that. We don't care. Like, what we care about is you're on your holiday, trying to have a nice time, but you've been exposed. Again, the super chuffer has exposed you on the internet. I mean, with the help of all of his friends here. I didn't do it. They just all told me. Not Martin Dean. Martin Dean didn't have to feed me anything. Look, they all just figured it out in the chat. Yeah, I'm saying that Fanta you can't get in the UK, but you can get in Malta. It's the size of the can for me. That's the issue.
No trolls on this channel.
There are no trolls on that channel, Alan, because there is nobody on that channel. You said there was 100 people on there. There fucking weren't. And if there were, what? So there's 100 racists who agree with you on Rumble. Welcome to your world. It's brilliant. Melissa Marvelous, Scouser Girl, and Mel Mel. Riff Raff was there. Sam I Am, Anaphylaxis, Welsh Pam. You know, there's one or two. The other ones that are there that aren't signed up that you don't recognise. Lady Godiva, Deke M. They're probably trolls, I don't know. But it's just the same old normal people, and nobody's there. When he basically told us himself it's not financially viable, but maybe he just tried to make them feel worry and pity so that they gave him more money before he went to Malta. Maybe it was just that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if any of you knew about the TikToker that killed himself, but I don't like to read about it because I was in a similar position myself.
What? Where you were on TikTok and you killed yourself?
If I was a weaker man.
No, the reason that people... Look, I'm saying there are people that are innocent, that they can't stand the pressure of the public and all that. It's not like that with Alan, is it? Like, it's not like that. It's not like there's this huge wave of public pressure. In fact, he talked his way out of it in a way. The fucking weirdo. Yeah, I don't even... This is such a horrible thing to discuss. Alan's trying to drag us down a horrible street.
That's why you haven't seen much of me this week.
Is that his t-shirt? Because it looks like really skiddish on the arms. It doesn't look like it fits in properly. And that's not why we've not seen you, Alan. You're on holiday. You liar.
If I was a weaker man.
So what we're saying is that Alan's threatening suicide to try and get pity money out of his subs so that he can spend it on poker in Malta.
That's why you haven't seen much of me this week.
Like, is he even a man? At this point, is he even a man? He's willing to be racist for an extended 40 minutes and then pity beg the women in his chat for money, threatening suicide. Is this even a man at this point? How much do you think he lost?
Okay, I'll leave it there. Marvellous. Thanks for talking to me tonight and watching me. I'll see you soon in Patreon, probably tomorrow night, about Nicole Kessinger. Thanks for supporting the Armchair Detective.
And helping him to play poker in Malta.
I'm going live, going live. Yes, we are going live. Good evening and welcome to the Armchair Detective.
Did he think he didn't watch me? Because he didn't always actually go do, but I've done it, and now he's copying me going do. He's definitely watching me. No, this is not his Patreon. This is the same episode. I'm going to just get back to the bit with the armband.
How are you? My name's Alan, otherwise known as the Arm. Hope you can all see me.
I've got an idea.
And hear me. Right, so...
I've got an idea. I've actually got an idea.